The film begins with Bella after she has left her human life. She wakes up for the first time as a vampire. At this time, Bella is married to Edward, who is also a vampire. She married him while she was human and gave birth to a little girl with him. We see Bella after she has returned to life as a vampire. Edward is very happy about her return, and they share a close moment. Edward tells her that he named their daughter Renesmee. Bella is very eager to see her daughter, but Edward tells her that she has only just transformed into a vampire and will be very thirsty for blood, so they must go hunting first. Edward takes her, and they both go to the forest and hunt together. They both approach an animal, and before Bella can attack this animal, her thirst for blood increases. She is specifically thirsty for human blood and can smell human blood close to them. Bella cannot control herself and rushes toward that human. Edward goes after her. Before Bella can attack and kill him, Bella manages to control herself with difficulty. Edward is right behind her and keeps calming her down. She leaves him and hunts normally in the forest. Afterward, Edward takes Bella and returns. He tells her that she is very strong because many newborn vampires cannot control themselves, especially when they are newly transformed. When they return home, they find Jacob waiting for Bella at the house. Jacob is very happy about Bella's return and welcomes her. Edward takes Bella to meet her daughter, Renesmee, whom she was eager to see. As soon as Bella sees her daughter, she is very happy. But at the same time, she is surprised because her daughter looks older than a newborn baby. Edward tells her that their daughter is growing incredibly fast and has all the powers of a vampire, while also growing in age like a human, although vampires do not age. Bella is very attached to her daughter until Jacob confesses to Bella that he imprinted on Renesmee to save her from death. Bella gets angry at Jacob and starts hitting him for imprinting on her daughter. But Jacob calms her down and tells her that there was no other solution to save Renesmee, because the werewolves were about to finish her off, and they could not have stopped them because the werewolves had greater numbers. Bella calms down and forgives him. Night falls. Edward takes Bella to their new house, where the three of them will live. Bella expresses her admiration for the house, and she has a close moment with Edward. They spend the night together. The next day arrives. Bella and Edward return to Edward's family house. Edward's father, Carlisle, tells Bella that they must announce to the whole town that she has died. After they had told people she was traveling, Bella is very sad because she knows her father, Charlie, will not be able to handle this news, but they have no other choice. Carlisle says that they must prepare to move away from the town so that no one in the village sees Bella by chance after they announce the news of her death. But Jacob interrupts them, saying that he went to see Charlie today because he saw his difficult condition. He decided to reassure him about his daughter and told him that Bella was fine and had returned from her travels. He also confessed to him that he was different from humans and told him that Bella was also different, but he did not specifically tell him that Bella had transformed into a vampire. Everyone is shocked by what Jacob says, but he tells them that he only intended to reassure Charlie. He also tells them that Charlie is coming to the house to see Bella in 10 minutes. Bella is worried and rushes to change her appearance before her father arrives. Edward's family gives her advice on how to act exactly like a human so that nothing seems unusual about her. The most important advice they give her is to try to control herself and, of course, not attack her father and kill him. As soon as Charlie arrives, Bella smells his blood and begins to feel tense, but she controls herself. Her father comes in to meet her. The first thing he asks her is whether she is a werewolf or not. But Bella assures him that she is not a werewolf and does not suffer from any problems. Her father asks her where she was hiding all this time and what exactly is happening. Bella tells him that she cannot tell him anything, except that she must travel again. Her father refuses and tells her that he must understand what is happening first. But Bella calms him down and tells him that he does not need to understand everything and to trust her a little. Her father calms down and leaves her alone. Edward interrupts their conversation while carrying Renesmee. Edward tells Charlie that his brother and his brother's wife died in an accident and that Renesmee is his niece, and that he and Bella decided to adopt and raise her as their daughter. Charlie is surprised because Renesmee looks exactly like Bella, but he remembers here that Bella told him that he does not need to know everything. So, Charlie decides not to ask any more questions. Charlie leaves and walks away. After Charlie leaves, All of Edward's siblings are shocked because they do not know how Bella was able to control herself in this way, since they expected her to attack her father, as no newborn vampire was able to control themselves like this. Edward tells them that he is certain that Bella is the strongest person in this house. Edward's siblings begin to challenge Bella to determine who is the strongest. Bella manages to win all the challenges and truly proves her strength to them. Months pass after that. The child Renesmee is growing at an unimaginable speed. No one in the family is able to understand the reason for her rapid growth, nor are they able to determine whether Renesmee is human or a vampire. While they all are gathered and discussing Renesmee, Alice, Edward's sister, sees a strange vision. In this vision, the Volturi family, who are the monarchs of the vampire world, are coming to them. They all are worried and do not understand the reason why the Volturi are coming to them. Edward tells them that they must be coming because they heard about Renesmee and believed that she is an immortal child. Edward begins to explain to Bella in detail what an immortal child is. He tells her that vampire children cannot control themselves at all and could kill an entire village in a few minutes. That is why the Volturi intervene immediately and execute those children. Bella tells them that she will not allow them to kill her daughter no matter what happens, and that she is ready to confront them alone. But they tell her that they cannot confront the Volturi and their immense power. There is no solution except to convince them logically that Renesmee is not immortal and that she is growing normally. They decide that each group among them will go and gather the largest number of vampires to testify that Renesmee is not immortal. This is so that they can use all these witnesses to convince the Volturi of this. The next day arrives. They all are surprised that Alice left without a reason. They believe that she went to gather witnesses. They all go to gather witnesses as well, and they manage to convince a very large number of vampires that Renesmee is not immortal. All these witnesses go to the Cullen house and wait together there until the time of the Volturi's arrival comes. They continue discussing with each other. Edward learns that the Volturi have brought evidence and witnesses who prove that Renesmee is immortal. They all do not understand why the Volturi monarchs are doing this, until one of them says that Arrow, the leader of the Volturi, wants Alice to serve with them and work for them. The Volturi are not kings in the true sense of the word, but they are vampires with extraordinary abilities. Alice is a girl with extraordinary abilities because she can see visions, so he wants to include her with them. That is why he is pressuring them, and Arrow will do anything in exchange for taking Alice from them. Here, Edward stands up and tells all the witnesses he gathered that if he is forced to fight, he will fight until the end. This is not only for the safety of his daughter and sister, but also for them, because Arrow might do this to any of them if he sees that one of them has a power like Alice's. All the vampires are convinced by Edward's words and decide to fight with him if things go wrong. The next day arrives. They all begin to prepare for the fight. They all notice Bella's power, which is that she is not affected by anything, and no power affects her, nor does she feel any pain. She can use her power to make all the vampires around her unaffected by anything as well. Indeed, she begins to test this on Edward and makes him unaffected by anything, just like her. She begins training so that she can protect all the vampires who are with them. Night falls. Bella stays next to Renesmee all night, telling her bedtime stories. In the end, Bella promises her daughter that she will not allow anyone to harm her, no matter what happens, because she is the most precious person to her. The days pass. The Volturi will arrive in the town the next day. That is why Bella and Edward go to Charlie and give him travel tickets as a gift to keep him away from the city, not expose him to danger, and not let him sense anything. Their idea truly succeeds because Charlie is very happy with these tickets and also thanks them. Night arrives. The vampires who will fight against the Volturi gather. Each one of them tells about themselves and their life, and their relationship with each other develops more. At the same time, Bella is sitting with her daughter. Bella orders her daughter to stay with Jacob the next day, no matter what happens, and not to show herself. Bella tells her that if anything happens to her and Edward, Jacob will take care of her and will raise her. Bella hugs her and assures her that she will remain safe whether they are present or not. The next day arrives. Edward, Bella, and all the vampires with them prepare for the fight. After a short wait, Arrow arrives. He arrives with the rest of the monarchs and a very large army of vampires. It is very clear that their numbers are greater than Edward and his allies. All of Jacob's werewolf friends join the battle to fight alongside Edward and the others. Thus, the numbers of the two teams become somewhat close to each other. Carlisle goes out to talk with Arrow and tries to resolve the issue peacefully instead of a battle. Arrow tells him that if he had wanted to resolve the issue peacefully, he would not have gathered this whole number, so it is clear that he wants war. Carlisle clarifies to him that everyone present with him is a witness that Renesmee is not an immortal child. Arrow asks to see the child to judge her and find out whether she is immortal or not. Edward goes first, and then Bella and Renesmee go, with Jacob behind them. Renesmee approaches Arrow and touches him so he can determine exactly what she is. Arrow is shocked when she touches him and tells them that she is not immortal because she is half human and half vampire. Although they have not done anything wrong and have proven that Renesmee does not pose any danger, Arrow says that even though she is not immortal, she is still a danger to them because she knows the secret of the vampires and might expose their secret at any moment and put them in danger, especially since she is a child. Of course, they will not allow this under any circumstances, and they must finish her off to ensure they are safe. At this moment, Alice, who was missing, appears on the battlefield. Arrow is very happy when he sees her because she is his main target from the start. Alice tells Arrow that she has evidence that proves that Renesmee does not pose any danger to them. Alice approaches Arrow to show him a future vision that proves Renesmee is not a threat. But as soon as Alice gets close to him, she realizes that even if she proves to him that Renesmee is not a threat, he will remain determined to kill her. Alice gives Bella a signal. Bella understands and tells Jacob to immediately run away with her from the place because the battle will begin. Suddenly, Alice strikes Arrow and pushes him away. Arrow's men grab her and are about to finish her off, but Carlisle intervenes immediately and tries to save Alice. However, Arrow attacks him and separates his head from his body, finishing him off. Here, everyone present at the scene is shocked by Carlisle's death. Edward, the vampires, and the werewolves begin to attack Arrow and his army. The battle begins. In the beginning, Arrow's army is superior with merit, and they are killing the vampires who are with Edward. But afterward, Edward and his allies return to the arena once again and finish off Arrow's army one after the other easily. But Arrow finds his army losing, so he decides to enter the battle himself. Edward and Bella take advantage of Arrow's entry into the battle, and they both confront him. They both manage to separate his head from his body and finish him off in the same way he killed Carlisle. Thus, Edward and the army with him have won. At that moment, we discover that this battle did not start at all. But when Alice got close to Arrow, she was not showing him evidence that the girl was not a threat to them, but she was showing him what would happen if he decided to enter the battle. When Arrow realizes that he will be defeated in the battle and will also die, he says that the girl is not a threat to them. He orders his army to retreat and says that no battle will happen today. He takes his army and leaves. They all celebrate that the day passed safely and there was no battle. After a while, Edward, Bella, Jacob, and Renesmee move to a distant place to live together, away from problems. Alice is watching them from afar, and she sees a future vision for them. She can see Edward and Bella coming to check on their daughter, who has grown up and married Jacob, and is living a happy life with him. When we return to the present time, we see Edward sitting with Bella in the place where they used to sit before they got married. Bella tells him that she wants to show him something. Bella stops her defensive power and allows Edward to read her thoughts, which are all about the happiest and most beautiful moments they spent together. Bella says in her mind that he is the person she loved the most in her life. He tells her that he loves her too. Thus, they both will continue their lives in happiness. The fifth and final part of the saga ends. We will meet in a new recap. Thank you for watching.